Although many people doubt it, it happened. Here's the reason for the laughs you have, the smiles you crack, and you don't know how much you sacrificed for that. His livelihood, his life, all for us, the ones that caused him to die. We are sinners, but we can be grateful.
Hello everyone, I've been invited by the Diocesan Youth Ministry Program to make the official invitation video. If you didn't know yet, the AZ Society of Jesus has selected me, the Saucekid himself, to invite you guys to the meet and greet that we're gonna have, as well as introduce you to our religion, Catholicism.
Catholicism is the continuation of Judaism, fulfilling the Old Testament with the teachings of Jesus and promising us everlasting life if we follow his teachings.
There are multiple ways God reveals himself, so that's why I'm dividing this video into 4 sections, starting with
Yes! Jesus praise the Lord!
Sacred tradition is the handing down of truths from the apostles to the nowadays church leaders. Some examples can be the Pope, the Magisterium, or even your local priest.
Back in the old days, the apostles didn't have a way of keeping and maintaining knowledge, so they used their mouth to spread the message of Christ. God is revealed by the apostles from their messages, and eventually they were collected and made into a book. The many wisdoms of those who came before and after the apostles are all stored in this book, the Bible.
Sacred scripture, in this case the Bible, is a compilation of 73 sections split apart and called books. Each book talks about a certain story or event in the Bible. Surely you heard the phrase, the book of Exodus, or the book of Genesis, when someone is taking a passage of a book and using it in a speech. The wisdoms of Judaism and Christianity form the Old and New Testament, Old being the Torah and New being the life, death, and legacy of Jesus. God is revealed in these by acknowledging his presence in human history as well as getting to know more about him.
Jesus is the one. Hell yeah, praise Jesus Christ.
Now that we got the textbook stuff out of the way, we can focus on the more simple ways of explaining and feeling God. We can feel him through happiness, gratefulness, and every sensation you can honestly get. Sometimes you might feel like there's nothing to be grateful about, and that your existence is nothing but a vessel of laughter, your entire being dedicated for others, but not for yourself. A sleeping slave recently awakened. Laughter. It drowns in my ears. Sometimes you can see God's spirit in the kindness of someone else. Sometimes it doesn't even need to be an act of faith. It can be a kind deed by someone that inspires you to do better. Things like helping someone in need, offering good advice, and overall having a friendly presence is a symbol of God's spirit with them. If you know a person who inspires you to be better, thank them. After all, you'll never know when they'll go. Fly high, Jerry.
God is good. God is great. God is good.
Look at this duck!
God's mind is revealed in nature through creation, and an example is this duck right here. Miss Quackle IV was born and knew exactly what to do to survive in the first seconds. Her mother's voice and commands were recognized by her when she first heard her, and that is amazing. That's like being birthed and immediately knowing how to speak and understand English, as well as knowing what water is and what to do to survive. They know so much, yet so little. This is a sign of God.
You know, one of the best ways of enjoying life and God's nature is just looking at the sunset. This is so beautiful. I mean, you know what they say, there's nothing like AZ sunsets. And even though we're in Mexico, there's nothing like AZ sunsets at all. I mean, technically AZ is in Mexico since it was owned by us before the United States people took it away. Woodrow Wilson, I hate that dude.
Viva Cristo Rey.
Religion and science aren't two polar opposites, but rather context and explanation. They benefit each other, and the church always encourages people to learn.
Which means most of us believe in the theory of evolution. Adam and Eve are symbolism, you know.
An example of human intellect in discovering God is St. Thomas Aquinas' 5 Proofs. These philosophies trace back the origin of God and our purpose as human beings. An example of one of these 5 is the Grand Architect, which I used in the little duck speech I made.
Although there isn't enough time for us to explain all of this, there is a solution. Come join the meet and greet. You can get to meet me and a few other special people. Remember, summer 2022, you'll love what we have in store for you. Let's go.
I'm Chris Townsend and I invite you to Saucekid's meet and greet.